Hey, hi. Today I'm going to be talking to you about what negative thinking does to the brain. Okay, and whether it is positive or negative thinking, one thing is there is a process involved in it. Any situation that is there is an evaluation process and there is a creation process. So whatever you evaluate either creates a positive or a negative emotion, and with that you decide what you want to create out of it. Okay, that's exactly what is shown in the slide. Now, these kind of thoughts do come into your mind. Is life good or bad, right? Do we think of these kind of thoughts? Yes, we do. Now, does it matter, at all if you think about this thought? Absolutely, it matters because either ways, it's going to create a kind of an emotion, and how you're going to be thinking about it creates some kind of a feeling or an emotion. So, let's talk about our brain chemistry, right? So, in our brain chemistry, there is a stress, uh, um, chemical that gets produced, which is called cortisol. So, if you think the life is bad and there is stress, so this cortisol that gets produced goes directly into the nervous system, bloodstream. What also happens is higher levels of cortisol that gets produced, it impairs certain functioning of the 5% conscious thinking, which is the prefrontal cortex, which does understanding, evaluation, communication, thinking, recall. So the thing is that you can trigger these thoughts in your mind, and that's the whole thing that we're talking about. So your brain chemistry, what is negative thinking got to do with your brain health? Well, everything. Everything, because the way you think actually produces the kind of chemicals in your brain, and finally it affects the body because it goes into the nervous system and the bloodstream. So, you know, uh, life is good, and life is good seems to be a better option because it produces certain chemicals which are happy, which are, of course, you must have heard of the chemical called dopamine. So, feel good factor actually produces the chemical dopamine. So, it's good to have that chemical produced in some sense, and because you can produce those chemicals. So, how you regulate your emotions to direct your brain chemistry is totally up to you because you are generating those thoughts. So, for more of this, I actually talk about three things in the masterclass, which is handling your emotions, how to get alert and interested. So, interested is to do with dopamine, and alert is to do with fear, and how to improve your performance. So, attend my masterclass and get to know more. Thanks for watching, and beware of negative thinking because it does create cortisol. Cortisol gets, spreads into your nervous system and bloodstream. So,